HCTV Sports is supported by Biermeyer Financial Management, Retirement Planning Expertise.
First goal of the year goes for the Raiders.
Oh, beautiful shot there. Nicely done. Gets the pin.
Oh, was that beautiful? Onside kick, and it's recovered by Hastings.
And he's rung up for strike 3.
Doblowy! Touchdown Raiders!
Welcome to HCTV Broadcasting. We are live from Hastings Middle School pool. We have the Hastings Raiders girls swim and dive team versus the South St. Paul Packers. We have a fun crowd tonight. It's kind of full in here, and it is a fun atmosphere as it is senior night. A little Hawaiian luau theme. We will start tonight, as we always do, with a 200-yard medley relay. Just one heat of this, the varsity. We have all 6 lanes full of swimmers. Tonight, for the entire meet, well, most of the meet, Hastings will swim in lanes 1, 3, and 5, and South St. Paul will be in lanes 2, 4, and 6. For the relay, it looks like Hastings has added a few lanes of swimmers. As you look at the top of your screen, if I need to remind you, lane 1 is at the top of your screen, and lane 6 is at the bottom of your screen. Again, this is the 200 medley relay. That means there are 4 swimmers. Each swimmer swims a 50 of one of the 4 swimming strokes. Backstroke, butterfly, breaststroke, and freestyle is the order. In lane 1 for Hastings, Mari Hall, Ellie Herrera Carlson, Chloe Arness, and Greta Larson. In lane 2 for Hastings, Annika Reese, Emma Demlow, Josie Larson, and Izzy Green. In lane 3 for Hastings, Ashton Stewart, Clara Birkin, Lauren Jenkins, and Kira Arness. In lane 4 for the Packers, Chloe Patnaud, Anna Erickson, Sophie Lundgren, and Hannah Horner. In lane 5 for Hastings, Chloe Robinson, Emma Carter, Eva McNamara, Shannon Olson. Lane 6 for South St. Paul Packers, Maddie Weisel, Noah O'Brien, Natalie Klon, and Lizzie Doran. We are on the second swimmer just finishing up the breaststroke. It looks like Hastings lane 3 is in the lead, and this is Lauren Jenkins swimming the butterfly leg, a 50 of fly, followed by her teammate Josie Larson in lane 2. Next is South St. Paul in lane 4, that's Sophia Lundgren. Lane 1, Chloe Arness. Lane 6, this is lane 5, Eva McNamara for Hastings. And lane 6 for South St. Paul is Natalie Klon. Kira Arness is finishing up for Hastings with the 50 freestyle. In lane 3, followed by her teammate Izzy Green in lane 2. And it will be close for third between South St. Paul in lane 4 and Hastings in lane 1. That's Greta Larson in lane 1. And Hannah Horner for South St. Paul in lane 4. It looks like Hastings goes 1, 2, and 3 for the relay. South St. Paul 4th in lane 4. Hastings 5th in lane 5. And the South St. Paul swimmers in the water is Lizzie Dorian, finishing up her 50 free. Both the Hastings Raiders and South St. Paul Packers they have smaller swim teams, so we don't have a JV and a varsity heat of every event tonight, so this will probably move quickly. This is the next event is the 200-yard freestyle. And we only have one heat of this. Only 3 swimmers tonight. 200-yard freestyle. We're waiting for the officials to get set from the relay into an individual event. Looks like there could be some timing issues that need to be resolved. If you're interested in how timing works at swim meets, there are timers who have a good old-fashioned stopwatch. The adults kind of in the chairs behind the starting blocks one has a stopwatch and the other has what we call a plunger, which is attached to the touchpad, the electric timing system touchpad that's in the water against the wall at the end of the pool. So there are 3 or 4 ways a swimmer can get a time for their event. A backup system. This is the 200-yard freestyle. 8 lengths of free. 3 swimmers. From Hastings in lane 3 is Stella Hilgers. In lane 4 for South St. Paul is Avari Reed. And in lane 5 for Hastings is Sophia Kovalenko. 8 lengths of freestyle. Sophia is out fast. She has a very smooth stroke with really long arms. Her 50 split is a 29.11. Teammates are cheering them on. Sophia Kovalenko just finished her halfway there. She just finished 100 yards. She is an 8th grader. Her teammate Stella Hilgers in lane 3 just finished her first 100, halfway done. She is in 10th grade, and Avari Reed from South St. Paul is a 9th grader. She's done with her, she's halfway done as well as she's done with 100 yards. Sophia is cruising along. This will be her final 25 yards of her race. The 200 is a long sprint in swimming. It's a little bit like a 400 dash in track. It's not short, it's not long, it's a tough one. Stella Hilgers is finishing her final 25. Sophia swam a 2:05.56. Stella will be right around 2.5. And Avari is about to flip for her last 25 yards. Nice swim. We will move on to the 200 IM. We do have 2 heats of the 200 IM. We have a JV heat and a varsity. Each only have 3 swimmers. The first heat is the JV heat, and we have 3 Hastings swimmers. Clara Birkin is in lane 1, Lauren Jenkins in lane 3, and Kira Arness in lane 5. These are certainly varsity swimmers who are mixing it up and swimming a JV event tonight. It might be one that they don't often get a chance to swim, and it's kind of fun to mix it up a little bit. Kira and Lauren definitely hit the wall at the same time, and Clara is just behind them. In a 200 individual medley, they do swim all 4 strokes as well. The order is different from in a relay. It's butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and free. So they're flipped over and are now on their backstroke. 50 of the 200 IM. It looks like Kira Arness has pulled slightly ahead of her teammate Lauren Jenkins, followed by Clara Birkin in lane 1. IM swimmers obviously have to be good swimmers in all 4 strokes. Here they go, flipping back onto the front for the breaststroke. The part of the race that usually defines the race. Great backstrokers want to get really far ahead of great breaststrokers, because breaststrokers have a way of sneaking up on them. And now on to the last leg of the relay, the 50 free. Kira continues to have some open water between her toes and her teammate Lauren Jenkins, followed by Clara Birkin. They are kicking fast as they are powering into the wall to the finish. Kira Arness in lane 5, followed by Lauren Jenkins in lane 3. And here comes Clara Birkin in lane 1. The varsity heat of the 200 IM also has only 3 swimmers, and it's 3 swimmers from Hastings. In lane 1, we have Chloe Arness. In lane 3 is Eva Mcnamara, and in lane 5 is Lila Saltzman. These are the young up-and-comers of the Hastings Raiders. Chloe Arness is an 8th grader, Eva Mcnamara is in 7th grade, and Lila is also an 8th grader. All 3 of these swimmers work really hard in the off-season swimming as well. And they're fun to watch. It could be a very close race. Emma in lane 3 just touches the wall ahead of her teammates Lila in lane 5 and Chloe in lane 1. Butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle is the 200 IM. In the world of swimming, there is a 100 IM and there's a 400 IM. Those are not events that are part of the high school, the Minnesota State High School League swimming program. A 400 IM has been known to be one of the more grueling races. Lila and Emma seem to hit the wall just about at the exact same time. Splits really close at a 39.12 and a 38.43. And Chloe Arness is not far behind. The breaststroke 50. Emma has pulled ahead a little bit. Lila Saltzman and Chloe Arness are not far behind. We'll see who has the legs and the arms to pull for the final 50 yards of freestyle. Emma Demlow in lane 3 continues to lead, followed by Lila Saltzman in lane 5 and Chloe Arness in lane 1. Again, if you're just joining us, we are live from the Hastings Middle School pool. This is the Raiders swim and dive versus the South St. Paul Packers. If you're looking at your TV, lane 1 is at the top of your screen and lane 6 is at the bottom. We're just completing the 200 IM. Emma Demlow in first, Lila Saltzman second, and Chloe Arness third. We do want to take a moment to say thank you to our sponsor, Biermeyer Financial Services, Retirement Planning and Expertise. We are thankful for their support and their sponsorship of HCTV Sports. The 50-yard freestyle, the fastest sprint, is the next event. We have 2 events of JV. These are 2 swimmers from South St. Paul. In lane 2 is Destiny Massacott, and in lane 6 is Malaya Jackson. The 50 free is down and back as fast as you can swim. They flip for home. Could be a close race between these 2 teammates. Massacott in lane 2 and Jackson in lane 6. It's never easy to swim without your goggles, and it looks like Malaya Jackson has lost her goggles, which is a bummer. That's a hard race. Way to persevere and finish. The second JV heat is 6 swimmers. We have Savannah Pekacek from Hastings in lane 1, Nora O'Brien from South St. Paul in lane 2, Fiona Olson, Hastings lane 3, Natalie Klon, the Packers, lane 4, Annika Reese, Hastings lane 5, and Lizzie Dorian from South St. Paul in lane 6. The 50 freestyle, down and back as fast as you can with few breaths as possible, kicking and windmilling the arms as fast as they will go. Annika Reese from Hastings, first to the wall, followed by Natalie Klon in lane 4 for South St. Paul, and a close race for third. It looks like Nora O'Brien in lane 2 from South St. Paul, followed by Fiona Olson from Hastings and Savannah Pekacek from Hastings. Next we have the girls varsity 50 freestyle. 6 swimmers, a full pool. We have Kaden Butler for Hastings in lane 1, Chloe Patnaud for the Packers in lane 2, Emma Carter for the Raiders in lane 3, Anna Erickson lane 4 for the Packers, Chloe Robinson Hastings lane 5, and Sophia Lundgren South St. Paul Packers lane 6. We'll see who flips first. It looks like Chloe in lane 2 for South St. Paul, followed closely by her teammate Anna Erickson and Emma Carter in lane 3. This is going to be a close race. Lane 2 in a 28:47 is Chloe Patnaud, followed by her teammate Anna Erickson in lane 4 and Emma Carter in lane 3. Next is the diving portion. We will be taking a break as the pool gets reset for diving, and we'll continue our coverage when the diving begins. We are back live. Thanks for joining us. We are beginning the diving section of our meet tonight. Again, this is the Hastings Raiders versus South St. Paul Packers. Tonight we have 10 divers. There are 2 divers from South St. Paul and the rest are from Hastings. And some of them will do all 6 rounds of dives and some of them are just trying it out and will do a few less than 6 rounds. That was Eva Mcnamara, our first exhibition diver for the night. She did an inward dive tuck position. And the judges are on the side of the pool that we can't see, so I apologize that we will not be able to share scores because we cannot see their numbers. That was Lila Saltzman, a forward 1 somersault in the tuck position. 4, 3 1/2, and 3 are her scores. I can barely hear them, so if I can, I will share them with you. This is Eva Mcnamara doing a forward dive 1 1/2 somersault. Scores for Eva were 5, 5, 4 1/2. This is Ellie Herrera Carlson from Hastings doing a forward 1 somersault in the pike position. Mari Hall is the next diver for Hastings. She's doing a forward 1 1/2 somersault in the pike position. A nice dive for Mari. Greta Larson from Hastings is the next diver. She's doing a forward 1 1/2 somersault, the same dive that her teammate Mari just completed. Maggie is the next diver, South St. Paul, doing a forward dive in the pike position. Brianna is the next diver for South. I apologize, they kind of got out of order. This is Brianna Martinez from South St. Paul Packers doing a forward dive in the pike position. Chloe Arness, Hastings Raiders, forward 1 1/2 somersaults. Diver Chloe just needed a reminder of what dive she was doing. We'll move on to round 2. Eva Mcnamara, Hastings Raiders, back dive straight. Lila Saltzman for Hastings Raiders. Forward 1.5 somersaults in the tuck position, a 1.6 degree of difficulty. She made it all the way around. That's a tough dive. Eva Mcnamara for Hastings. A back 1.5 somersaults, tuck position, degree of difficulty. A degree of difficulty is a 2.0. Eliana Herrera Carlson, Hastings Raiders. Forward 1 somersault with a half twist. Murray Hall is the next diver for the Hastings Raiders. She will do a back dive in the straight position. Greta Larson, Hastings Raiders, back dive in the straight position. Nice height on that dive. Maggie Hay from South St. Paul will do a forward 1 somersault, 1 half twist. Brianna Martinez, South St. Paul, Packers. Next diver, forward 1.5 somersaults. Chloe Arness will finish this second round of diving with a forward 2 somersaults. She did get straight 6s on that dive. Round 3 will begin with Emma Demlow, Hastings Raiders, forward dive, tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.2. Lila Saltzman, Hastings Raiders, inward dive, tuck position. Eva Mcnamara, Hastings Raiders, back dive, straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Officials were doing a little conferring on that. And Eva looks like she's ready to go now. Eliana is next. Hastings Raiders, reverse dive, pike position. Mari Hall, Hastings Raiders. Back 1 somersault, 1 twist. Degree of difficulty 1.9. Greta Larson, Hastings Raiders. Reverse 1 somersault. Tuck position. Degree of difficulty 1.6. Maggie Hay from South St. Paul Packers will be our next diver. Forward 1.5 somersaults. Pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Brianna Martinez from South St. Paul will do a reverse 1 somersault tuck position. And to close out round 3 will be Chloe Arness, Hastings Raiders. Forward 1.5 somersault, 1 twist. The degree of difficulty is a 2.2. Lila Saltzman will begin round 4 for the Hastings Raiders with a back dive, straight position 1.7. Eva Mcnamara is the next diver for Hastings, an inward dive. Pike position, a 1.5 degree of difficulty. Elena Herrera Carlson, Hastings Raiders. Back dive, straight position, 1.7. This is Mari Hall from Hastings. She will do a reverse dive, straight position, 1.8 degree of difficulty. Greta Larson is next from the Hastings Raiders. Back 1 somersault with 1.5 twists free. The degree of difficulty is 2.3. I believe this is the most difficult dive we've seen tonight. Maggie Hay from South St. Paul is next with a reverse dive in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty is a 1.6. Brianna Martinez, South St. Paul Packers, will do an inward dive, pike position, 1.5 degree of difficulty. And the last diver of round 4 will be Chloe Arness from Hastings. She'll do a reverse 1.5 somersault, tuck position, 2.1 degree of difficulty. We'll begin round 5 with Lila Saltzman. Forward dive, tuck position, 1.2 degree of difficulty. Eva Mcnamara from Hastings is next. She will do an inward 1 somersault, tuck position, 1.6 degree of difficulty. Ellie Herrera Carlson from Hastings Raiders is next. A back dive, 1 somersault, pike position, 1.6 degree of difficulty. Again, we apologize that we are not able to share scores as we cannot see them. They are sitting on this side of the pool deck. In the past, they have been on the far side where we could see the scores. This is Mari Hall for Hastings. She'll do an inward dive, tuck position, a 1.4 degree of difficulty. Judges are looking for how the dive leaves the board body position in the air and how they enter the water. The goal for divers is to enter with the least amount of splash. That means the body was straight and tight as they entered the water. This is Greta Larson, Hastings Raiders, doing a back 1.5 somersaults with a 1/2 twist, a 2.1 degree of difficulty. Maggie Hay, South St. Paul. She's doing a back 1 somersault tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Brianna Martinez, South St. Paul, a back 1 somersault tuck position. Chloe Arness, Hastings Raiders, will do a back 1.5 somersault. Degree of difficulty is a 2.0. And we will move to our final round of diving. Round 6, Eva McNamara will start us with a reverse dive in the pike position. 1.7 degree of difficulty. Ellie Herrera Carlson for the Raiders. Inward dive, pike position, 1.5 degree of difficulty. Mari Hall for Hastings. Inward 1.5 somersault tuck position. Greta Larson from Hastings is the next diver. She will do an inward 1.5 somersault tuck position, the same dive that we just saw. Maggie Hay, South St. Paul Packers, will do an inward dive. Her last dive is an inward dive, pike position, a 1.5 degree of difficulty. Brianna Martinez, South St. Paul. Her final dive is a back 1 somersault, 1/2 twist in the free position. Degree of difficulty is a 1.7. And our final diver for the night is Chloe Arness. For the Raiders, doing an inward 1.5 somersault, tuck position, 2.2 degree of difficulty. That concludes our diving portion for the evening. We'll be back for the second half of the swim meet.
Get your arms ready.
I got these. Oh, good. I got two. Dad got a bunch. Dad got four.
I'm good with my food. I'll probably miss out the swim, so I don't need to see her.
TV, right? If you got.
So you don't get the Hastings cable like we do.
No, will it be on YouTube?
We are back live for HCTV Sports broadcasting from the Hastings Middle School pool. Hastings Raiders girls swim and dive versus South St. Paul Packers girls swim and dive. We are getting ready to complete this swim meet with a few final events. We will start with the girls' 100-yard butterfly. We do not have a JV heat, so this is the Varsity Heat. Eva Mcnamara is a senior from Hastings, and she holds the Hastings High School girls school record in this event with a 55.62. She did not swim that in this pool, so she does not hold the girls' pool records. I'm sure she would love to swim and get that pool record tonight as a senior. The pool record is a 57.71. We'll see how she does tonight. There are 3 Hastings swimmers and 1 from South St. Paul. Sophia Kovalenko in lane 1 for Hastings. Avari Reed in lane 2 for the Packers. Does not look like Avari is swimming this, so it's Eva McNamara in lane 3 and Josie Larson in lane 5. 4 lengths of butterfly. And yes, butterfly is a very demanding stroke. Those with a lot of flexibility do well as they need to undulate through the water. 27.89 is the split for Ava, followed by teammates Sophia Kovalenko in lane 1 and Josie Larson in lane 5. They turn for their last 50. It's going to be close. Ava does win this event with a time of 59.38. So she does not get the pool record tonight, but a really nice swim. And we move on to the 100-yard freestyle, a JV heat with 5 swimmers. Shannon Olson in lane 1. She is also a senior that was recognized tonight. Mina Spangers in lane 2 for the Packers. Caden Butler in lane 3 for Hastings. Destiny Massacott from South St. Paul in lane 4. And Mari Hall from Hastings in lane 5. As I said, it is senior night. There are 4 seniors for Hastings: Emma Carter, Ava McNamara, Shannon Olson, and Chloe Robinson. At one of the breaks, they were recognized by their teammates, and we certainly wish them well. The 100-yard freestyle, JV, 4 lengths of freestyle. Mari Hall from Hastings has pulled ahead by quite a bit. Mari is a diver and a solid swimmer. Halfway done. Shannon Olson, Caden Butler, and Destiny Massacott from South St. Paul. Mari Hall will hit the wall first in lane 5. Shannon Olson will come in second in lane 1 for Hastings Raiders, followed by her teammate in lane 3, Caden Butler. And the swimmer from South St. Paul, Destiny Massacott, in lane 4. And we will have the varsity 100-yard freestyle next. It looks like we have a full pool, or full-ish. It looks like the swimmer from South St. Paul in lane 6 is not swimming tonight. So we do have 5 swimmers. Emma Carter in lane 1, another senior that we recognize tonight from Hastings. Maddie Wazell from South St. Paul in lane 2, Greta Larson lane 3 for Hastings, Hannah Horner in lane 4 for the Packers, Fiona Olson, Hastings in lane 5. 4 lengths freestyle as fast as they can go. It looks like Greta Larson in lane 3 turned to first, followed by Hannah Horner and Emma Carter, Maddie Wazell, I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, and Fiona Olson in lane 5 for Hastings. Looks like we have a good race for second and third place. Emma Carter in lane 1 has pulled ahead a little bit of the South St. Paul swimmers. We'll see who has a strong finish on this 100-yard freestyle. Emma Carter does get second, followed by Hannah Horner and Maddie Wazell. And here comes Fiona Olson in lane 5 for Hastings. We go from one of the fast events to one of the longest. We have a 50 and now we have a 500. So the 500 freestyle, the longest event in the high school program, 20 lengths of the pool. We do have 6 swimmers for this race tonight. In lane 1 is Izzy Green from Hastings. In lane 2 is Natalie Klon from South St. Paul. Stella Hilgers from Hastings is in lane 3. Sophia Lundgren, Packers in lane 4. Chloe Robinson, Hastings in lane 5. And Lizzie Doreen for South St. Paul Packers in lane 6. The 500-yard freestyle is just about underway. Like I said, this is the longest race in the high school program. 20 lengths, 10 laps. It's long enough that each of the swimmers gets a counter at the far end of the pool that helps keep them remembering what length they are on. This is one of those races you either are a distance swimmer and you love it, or maybe it's not your favorite. A nice split time for Izzy at a 30.62. There's a lot of strategy and endurance involved in a 500. Izzy will probably stay close. My guess is a 33 will be her split time, and will hold that throughout most of the 500 until maybe the last 50, and she'll try to turn up the speed a bit at the end. A 32.89. And she is followed by her teammates Chloe Robinson and Stella Hilgers, as well as Sophia Lundgren for South St. Paul. Her split is holding steady, a little slower with a 34.29. That might be expected as she settles in here. She is completing her 7th length. The job of the counters, doing the cards, is really important. You don't want to miss a length. And it's a way of communicating with the swimmer. The coaches can tell the card counter to turn the number upside down or swing it back and forth to try to communicate. Most of the time, the communication is simply just go faster. It is hard to hear when your head is underwater. Sometimes swimmers can see coaches on the side, so coaches communicating that way works, but it is definitely hard to hear underwater. Izzy is holding steady at a 34.90. She just hit the halfway mark. And her teammates continue to truck along behind her. It's always nice to have a few people cheering. Even if you can't hear, you can maybe see that they are clapping and waving and encouraging you along in a very long race. There could be a few swimmers tonight for whom this is the first time they have swam this event, the 500. It is a challenge and one that every swimmer should try to tackle at some point. But in the world of swimming, the 500 is not the longest event. There is an 800, there is a 1,000, there is the 1650, there's the mile. Some of it depends on if you're swimming yards or meters, which is short course or long course. Long course is also known as the Olympic size swimming pool and is based on meters instead of yards. And yes, we are the only country that has yards and meters and a short course and a long course. The mile is just over 3 500s. So this is a long race, but there's a lot longer. Josie just flipped at, I'm sorry, not Josie, Izzy just flipped. And here's her favorite sound, which is the bell above her head, meaning she is the first swimmer in the lead. And this is her final 50. She's at a 5:28. She'll be just under, or maybe around 5:45 is my guess. Nice swim. Whoa. And here come her teammates. Who have one more 50 to go. And Izzy finishes first with a 5:42. Nice swim. Stella Hilgers is just leading in lane 3. Her teammate Chloe Robinson in lane 5 for Hastings. They are pushing as hard as they can to get to the wall and finish this race. So the 3 Hastings swimmers have completed the 500. And the Raiders have a few more, or excuse me, the Packers have a few more lengths in this race. The red squares are the "you are almost done, kick home, you have one more 25." So for South St. Paul, this is Sophia Lundgren finishing in lane 4. Lane 2 is Natalie Klon, and she's going to finish her race. And Lizzie in lane 6 has one more 50. It's great to hear her teammates cheering her on. Every swimmer here knows that this is a tough race and requires a lot of endurance. As she finishes, we'll move on to a relay, the 200 freestyle relay. 4 swimmers. Every swimmer swims a 50 freestyle. 5 lanes of swimmers, I believe. It looks like some who just swam the 500 might get to swim another 50 in a relay. So we have Hastings teams in lanes 1, 2, 3, and 5, and South St. Paul in lane 4. In lane 1 for Hastings, Shannon Olson, Savannah Pakacek, Fiona Olson, and Caden Butler. In lane 2 for Hastings, Lila Saltzman, Chloe Robinson, Clara Birkin, and Laura Jenkins. In lane 3 for Hastings, Eva Mcnamara, Sophia Kovalenko, Ashton Stewart, and Kira Arness. Lane 4 for South St. Paul, Addie Horner, Maddie Wazell, Chloe Patnaud, and Anna Erickson. And in lane 5 for Hastings, Mari Hall, Emma Carter, Eliana Herrera Carlson, and Stella Hilgers. Right now, Hastings relay in lane 3 has a lead. I believe that is Sophia Kovalenko, the second swimmer. Ashton Ashton Stewart will be the third swimmer. And yes, there are lots of rules for relays and starts and exchanges at the wall. The rule is that the toes of the swimmer on the blocks cannot leave before the fingers of the swimmer in the water touch the wall. So they work on the timing so that they can start moving forward to leave the blocks as the swimmer is coming into the wall. But the timing is very crucial. And into the water for Hastings in lane 3 is Kira Arness. She is the final swimmer. In lane 3, in lane 2, the final swimmer for Hastings is Lauren Jenkins. In lane 5, the final swimmer for Hastings is Stella Hilgers. The final swimmer in lane 4 for the Packers is Anna Erickson. Fiona Olsen in lane 1 for Hastings is finishing, as Caden Butler will be the last leg of the relay in lane 1. Hastings will have gone 1, 2, and 3 in this relay. With South St. Paul 4th in lane 4 and the final Hastings relay in lane 1. As the relay finishes, we will move on to the 100-yard backstroke. We will have a JV and a varsity heat. 100-yard backstroke, JV will be first with 3 swimmers. We'd like to again say thank you to our sponsor, Biermeyer Financial Services. Retirement planning and expertise. We are grateful for their sponsorship of HCTV Sports and their presence in the Hastings community. We have a little space here, getting ready for the next event, the 100-yard backstroke. We have JV 100-yard backstroke. Shannon Olsen in lane 1 for Hastings, Savannah Pakacek in lane 3 for Hastings, and Mina Spangers for South St. Paul Packers in lane 6. Backstroke starts in the water. Blocks are specifically designed to have the swimmer pull themselves up and launch themselves kind of in a back dive into the water. It looks like Savannah Pakacek in lane 3 is leading this race, followed by Shannon Olsen in lane 1 and Mina Spangers in lane 6. They have a 50 to go. The flags that say Hastings Raiders over each end of the pool, the triangle flags, they're there for the backstrokers. So as you come in, you gotta, if you're on your back, you can't exactly see the wall. So you practice counting your strokes from the flags to the wall to know when to flip over on your front. You can do 1 stroke on your front before you have to do your flip turn. So the flags, as much as they add color, they do have a purpose. And backstrokers find something on the ceiling to help them go straight. Savannah Pakacek wins the JV 100 backstroke, followed by Shannon Olson in lane 1. And Mina Spangers is finishing her last 25. Mina is a new young swimmer, an 8th grader. As they finish this race, we'll move on to the varsity 100-yard backstroke. 5 swimmers tonight in the varsity 100 backstroke. We have Annika Reese in lane 1 for Hastings, Nora O'Brien, South St. Paul in lane 2, Josie Larson, Hastings in lane 3, Hannah Horner for the South St. Paul Packers in lane 4, and Izzy Green for Hastings in lane 5. The swimmers will jump in and get themselves ready for the start. Hundred-yard backstroke, 4 lengths of backstroke. It looks like Annika Reese is out to a fast start in lane 1 for Hastings, followed by her teammate Josie Larson in lane 3. And not far behind is Izzy Green from Hastings in lane 5, with Nora O'Brien and Hannah Horner for South St. Paul. Annika and her very long arms has a great backstroke up in lane 1. I think she's going to hit the wall first, followed by her teammate Josie. And then Hastings will be 1, 2, and 3 in this event. Reese, Larson, and Green for Hastings. And here come Nora O'Brien and Hannah Horner for South St. Paul. Next event is the 100-yard breaststroke. We do have a JV and a varsity heat for the 100-yard breaststroke. The JV heat tonight is 3 swimmers from Hastings, Ashton Stewart in lane 1, Kira Arness in lane 3, and Lauren Jenkins in lane 5. Sounds like we might have a little pause here as the officials and the timing table need some times from the stopwatches. If a swimmer doesn't hit the timing pad just right, it doesn't work and it doesn't stop. And the backstroke is an event that can happen, as sometimes their hands actually miss the timing pad and go past it. Again, this was Ashton Stewart in lane 1, Kira Arness in 3, and Lauren Jenkins in 5. Looks like Kira in the middle of the pool has a slight lead over her teammates. All 3 of these swimmers have very smooth breaststroke technique. If I've said it once, I've said it a number of times, that the breaststroke is truly one of the more challenging, if not the most challenging stroke to put together. The timing of it is crucial between a pull, breathe, kick, and a glide. And to breathe, it's as the swimmer takes a breath, their body comes out of the water and can really be a kind of a momentum stopper if their technique is not great. So Kira Arness will hit the wall first, followed by Ashton Stewart and Lauren Jenkins. That was our JV heat. And we have the varsity heat next with 5 swimmers.
Event 22, girls 100-yard breaststroke, varsity. In lane 2 from Packers, Audrey. In lane 3 from Hastings, Sarah.
In lane 2 for South St. Paul will be Audrey Girton. In lane 3 for Hastings will be Clara Birkin. Lane 4, Anna Erickson for South St. Paul Packers. Ellie Herrera Carlson is in lane 5 for Hastings, and Chloe Patnaud for the Packers in lane 6. Clara Birkin for Hastings has an early lead as she touches the wall. And Anna Erickson is not far behind her for South St. Paul. At the 50 mark, Clara still has a slight lead over Anna Erickson, followed by Elena Herrera Carlson, Chloe Patnaud, and Audrey Girton in lane 2. In breaststroke, swimmers must touch the wall with 2 hands, a quick 2-hand touch, and push off back the other direction. It looks like Clara will win this event, but Anna Erickson is close behind. Ellie Herrera Carlson for Hastings will be 3rd. Followed by Chloe in lane 6 for the Packers, and Audrey Girton in lane 2. Has a little bit to finish in her race. Nice race, ladies. We will conclude tonight with the girls' 400-yard freestyle relay.
The final event for the evening is event 24, girls 400-yard freestyle relay varsity. In lane 1 for Hastings, Fiona, Savannah, Hayden, and Stella. In lane 3 for Hastings, Izzy, Greta, Josie, and Sophia.
Just to let you know, as we're getting ready for this next event, we want to call attention to our next live coverage. Tomorrow night, homecoming for Hastings Raiders will be the football game versus Two Rivers. Todd Field, 7 o'clock. Promises to be a great game. If you can't be there live, tune in to HCTV Sports and we'll have great live coverage for you. 7 o'clock, Todd Field. The 400 freestyle relay, every swimmer swims a 100 freestyle. 4 lanes of swimmers for Hastings in lane 1, Fiona Olsen, Savannah Pakachik, Kaden Butler, and Stella Hilgers. In lane 3 for Hastings, Izzy Green, Greta Larson, Josie Larson, and Sophia Kovalenko. In lane 4 for South St. Paul, Hattie Horner, Addie Horner, Maddie Wezell, and Sophia Lundgren. And in Hastings, or in lane 5 for Hastings, Annika Reese, Lila Saltzman, Emma Demlow, and Chloe Arness. So we have the 2 lanes of Hastings swimmers. That's Izzy Green and Annika Reese. Izzy in the middle of the pool in lane 3 and Annika in lane 5. A close race here for the first swimmers from Hastings. Up on the blocks for Hastings is next is Greta Larson in lane 3 and Lila Saltzman in lane 5. Second swimmer for South St. Paul in lane 4 will be Addie Horner. Fiona Olsen is finishing in lane 1 for Hastings, and Savannah Pakacek is the second swimmer for Hastings. Lila Saltzman in lane 5 has pulled a little bit ahead of her teammate Greta Larson in lane 3 for Hastings. More than a little bit. There's open water between them. And the third swimmer for lane 5 Hastings is Emma Demlow, and Josie Larson enters the water as the third swimmer for Hastings in lane 3. The third swimmer for South St. Paul is up on the blocks waiting her turn. That is Maddie Wezell. The third swimmers for Hastings are finishing up. The final swimmers for Hastings are up on the blocks. Hastings lanes 5 and 4, or 5 and 3, that is. This is going to be a close race as Chloe Arness in lane 5 and Sophia Kovalenko in lane 3 dive in for their 100. And Kaden Butler for Hastings in lane 2. The third swimmer for Hastings is just getting started. Sophia Kovalenko in lane 3 has a slight lead over Chloe Arness in lane 5. It will clearly be a Hastings 1 and 2 on this relay. Sophia Kovalenko is going to hit the wall and finish this relay for her team. The fourth swimmer for South St. Paul just dove in. That is Sophia Lundgren. Kaden Butler has a 25 left before Stella Hilgers from Hastings will dive in. Sophia Lundgren has a 50 left. The fourth and final swimmer for the Packers. And there goes Stella Hilgers for her 100 free. South St. Paul comes in third in the relay, and Stella Hilgers has 150 left. She's going to kick for home as she finishes her relay leg. And that completes the events for tonight's swim meet. We'll await the final score. Hastings will win this meet tonight. We'll see what the final score is. We are featuring our 4 seniors that we celebrated tonight. There is Emma Carter, Eva Mcnamara, Shannon Olson, and Chloe Robinson. The final score is 89 for the Hastings Raiders and 67 for the South St. Paul Packers. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on our live broadcast from Hastings Middle School. I want to acknowledge those who are putting this together, producer, director Hunter Pinky. And on the cameras tonight, we have Max Slocum and Ian Andersek. My name is Julie Urban. Thanks for being with us. We look forward to the next live broadcast of HCTV Sports. Have a good night.